Hello.
Good morning, everybody. You getting that good mud ASMR? Disgusting. Disgusting. It rained last night. It is December, whatever day this is. It's Saturday. And it's like 50, 60 degrees outside. Beautiful. So we're down here doing morning chores. Good morning, everybody. I gotta move. We got a turkey in the rafters, and she will leave a bomb. That is for sure. So we're doing morning chores. I'm a little late getting down here because I got a really cool Christmas present. I got a new camera. And we're trying to figure out, it's very frustrating because it didn't come with the right cord. It didn't come with a cord at all. And I went to the Walmart to try to find a cord to put it onto my computer because the phone that I do my editing on usually doesn't support the video format. It's a whole big thing and it's frustrating. So long story short, I got a really awesome camera for Christmas that I can't use right now to make videos, which was the purpose of the camera, because software, and I'm not a tech person. She's probably better at tech than I am.
I'm not that techie.
And
the only reason I'm techie is because Windows 10 is hard to get to update.
So I think I need a new computer. So where does it end? So you guys are just gonna have to put up with me in a not perfect picture, but with better volume, and that's just gonna have to be how it is. I'm gonna go up to take care of the cows, maybe. I have a new bag of their cattle cubes for them, and I'm not carrying it the whole way up there. And yes, I have a quad, but the quad is all the way up there. So let's see if the little Husqvarna can make it. I think I have chains for the quad tires that might go on this. So that might be a worthwhile job to do, because it would really be nice if I could just use this thing as my little tractor. Save me some work. Well, I didn't make it very far. In fact, Harley had to give me a little push to get even out of the shed. It's so muddy and slippy. It's this, we have this clay and this slick, gross mud. It makes everything like ice. Sometimes I think ice is better. So I'll just carry it the rest of the way. I could use the exercise. So I need to get rid of some of these holiday pounds. I've been saying that for the last, I don't know how many months, guys. That's okay. We'll get there. Whew. All right, cows are fed. Hay is fluffed. Everybody's happy. Nobody's screaming at me. So, about the mud, somebody had recommended wood chips, and that I go look at Justin Rhodes and Jess and all that. Done. I've known about wood chips for years, actually. And I've used the wood chips. And honest to God, if I put down a thick layer of wood chips, it would be gone in a matter of days. It just sucks it all in. And then it makes it worse, because with the clay, and then it mixes with the wood chips, and then it makes ruts even worse. So we've been down this road. I actually put gravel in front of the barn like a couple months ago. It's gone. It's just the nature of here and this type of soil that we have. And with the chickens walking on it all the time, it just tracks the mud on top of it, and it makes a mess. So I do have plans to coop up the birds, at least during the winter, and have them have their own run, of which I will put wood chips in for them to stay in the dry and not on the muddy, yucky mess. But in the meantime, it's just going to be what it is. Once I do the run for the chickens and I put the the wood chips in there for them. Then I'll try to come back with some really big gravel. Like I'll try to dig some of this down. It's muzzle loader season here. Anyways, I'll try to come in with some big gravel and then layer it with some finer gravel on top, and hopefully that will help rectify some of the situation. But have y'all priced gravel lately? It's ridiculous. We bought gravel when we were doing the French drain project, and oh, the price of a triaxle of gravel is astronomical. Aspiring hunter jumpers? I don't know. Atari isn't the most graceful jumper. She does it because Harley asks. That's what most Arabians do. They'll do whatever you ask them to do. Sometimes they don't do it as good as other horses might, but if you ask, they'll do it. Sometimes it's not all that pretty when they do it, but gosh, the dull brown, tan, mud-stained winters. I miss the winters that used to be beautiful and white and, you know, like almost sparkly. I think you missed. You know, it doesn't seem like we get that anymore. We just get this dull brown, soggy. I'm not complaining about the rain. After everything we went through in our water problems this year, I'm not complaining about the rain. And I guess the mud comes with the rain. So here I am being grateful for my mud problem. So I hope you guys all had a great Christmas and got everything that you wanted. I do want to show you guys something I got. Oh, Harley, can you run into the laundry room and grab the battery?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Which one is it?
The stab one. It has a little post on it that you stab up in. It's not a slide-in one like the DeWalt.
Okay.
Okay? It's a smaller Ryobi battery. I'm going to show you my new little toy that I got. It's actually a very cool tool. So you all know, huh? Okay. Well, are you taking your boots off and stuff?
I'm reaching my back.
So, y'all know that I'm switching over. And yes, I have my cardboard, and don't judge, I've been busy. It's been a busy month. Anyways, you know I'm changing this all over to a raised bed garden, right? So, I found online this little tool, and I thought, boy, this would be cool for a raised bed, for getting the weeds and just cultivating the soil and doing all the things. So, the kids went together and bought it for me for Christmas. Now, I got a Ryobi weed eater last fall, late summer, fall, and I really loved it. It was really, really cool. It only has one feature that I don't like, and that is when it gets bound up in weeds, it just quits. So I don't really love that because it's constantly quitting, but all you have to do is just take your hand off the trigger and go again, and it's fine. So I like the Ryobi tools. I gotta put you guys down. Hold on. So I like the Ryobi tools pretty well as far as what I can see from them. When I saw this advertised, I was like, oh, this is either gonna be really good or really awful. And Harley's coming with the battery. So I'm gonna show you. I keep my batteries in the house in the winter because with the up-down temperature, I don't want anything bad to happen to them. So yeah, Ryobi still has this little stab battery for some of their things. Are you guys ready to see the coolest thing ever? It's a hand cultivator. And it has 3 speeds. And actually I brought it out on Christmas Day, and we wanted to see if it would go through frozen ground. And I was like, this thing ain't gonna go through frozen ground. It did. It chewed right through it on one and kept on trucking down to the good stuff. And it would have just dug a hole to China had I asked it to. So we're gonna come in here to my deeply neglected high tunnel, which I actually, now that it's January, well, it will be January, I'm gonna get it back into shape, and we'll get some stuff maybe planted in here. Come on. Okay, very neglected. Tomatoes from ages ago. It's not too smelly. So I'm going to have Harley hold this. camera, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna show you how it works, because you're gonna like this, I promise. All right, so you just push the little safety, pull the little trigger. Look at this. I stopped it. It didn't stop itself. I didn't really want to chew up any more seeds than I'm already gonna have. That's the roots. That's the roots. And I got myself a nice root ball here. So let's see. Whew, that's dusty. I wanted to see if it would pull the tomato roots out, because y'all know.
Oh, it did.
So far so good. Okay, let's just go again. Look at that nice furrow it puts in.
Put it on the 2-speed.
Okay, yeah, that's on 1. So let's go to 2. Look at that.
Good job, Brian.
And then here's 3, just so we can see how it goes. Look at that. Guys. Is she cool or what?
Oh, very dusty.
It is very dusty, but the soil's very dusty. But look at that. It busts it right up. I love this thing. I think this is going to be so handy in raised beds. And, you know, you don't really want to, I don't really like doing like a full till if I don't have to, which I'm not going to be able to now that I have raised beds. I'm not going to be able to use a rototill or anything like that. I'm just going to go in between all my plants with this and just knock all those little weeds out. And how much easier. And now weeding is almost like a fun job, because I have this really cool tool. So, highly recommend. I give this thing a 10 out of 10.
Hey, Mama. Why don't you spin it without see if the roots will come off?
I don't think it will. I think it'll just keep spinning it. But, okay, but if that's the case...
Yeah, you just take that off.
You could just unscrew this. Now, the other wheel is different, because the other wheel has like a little crimp, a little clamp on it, so you can't take it off. But if you wanted to get this off, you could just take that off. It just screws. And it just goes on hand tight. So there you go. I mean, you're pretty much cleaned off now. Right? And you're clean. And then you just go back on. But it was still going. It's not like it was clogged or anything like that. I just like to keep my stuff cleaner. But there.
Hi, Kitty.
10 out of 10. We'll see how it does during the summer. And then we'll see how it keeps me motivated to actually, you know, keep the gardens weeded. But I am loving this tool. I am so excited with it. And I think this has me motivated to come in here and clean out the high tunnel. So might be doing that this week sometime. You guys tell me, did you guys get any good gardening things for Christmas? I did get one other gardening thing for Christmas, which I will show you guys when we go in the house, but I would love to know what you guys got. And also, where have you requested your seed catalogs from? I spent the day after Christmas probably just going through as many seed companies as I thought would be suitable and requesting catalogs. So I got Baker Creek and I got Pine Tree, because that's who I usually order from.
Kitty.
I think Johnny's.
Kitty, out. Kitty, no.
These cats go everywhere we go. Okay. I got Johnny's.
You're getting held upside down.
I think, what's that one? The botanicals one? Botanical Interests. Seed Savers. What else?
Maybe an air prison.
Strictly Medicinals. And Harris Seeds, which is a new one. I think they do a lot of hybrids, but that's okay. I'll entertain hybrids if it helps with some of the pest problems that we have around here. I'm not opposed to using a hybrid. Hybrids and GMOs are different things, so hybrids are really just a mix for those that might not know. A hybrid plant is just something that is bred by people, not naturally. It doesn't have any weird genetics or anything like that. So hybrids are totally good, especially if you have some pest problems. I also saw in the Harris Seeds catalog a vine borer moth trap. So the moth that lays the eggs that hatch into the nasty little devils that always kill my squash and pumpkins and cucumbers.
And watermelons.
And watermelons and all those things. The curcubit family. Did you know that's what it's called?
It's called pest.
Well, no, the curcubit is the type of plant they go after. Okay, so those are laid by moths, and there's these traps. They're sticky, they're non-toxic, and you put them 2 or 3 feet above your crop, and you put one per every 100 to 150 feet. What I want to know is this a worthwhile investment? I think they're $25 or $30 a trap, and they last 60 to 90 days, which probably would only need 2 per area per year, and that's probably a little more than what I would need, but that would make sure that they got the most of it. So what I want to know is, has anybody ever tried those, and do they work? Because aside from drought, which was my number one problem last year because I couldn't water anything because I didn't have the water to water anything, aside from drought, the number one pest problem that I have is vine borers. So I'm always looking for tips and tricks to get rid of them. And when I saw those traps, I was like, I wonder if this actually works or if it's just a cute little...
And little aphids.
Yeah. Well, aphids aren't really that bad here. I have a bigger problem with flea beetles, but I just use DE and peppermint for the flea beetles, and they hate it. So let me know if those work. So here is the last gardening thing I wanted to show you. This is my new original green stalk 5-tier in the raspberry color, which they brought out just right around, I think it was around Black Friday. Let me know how you guys like your green stalks if you have them. I've seen a lot of good reviews. This will be my first time ever using one. I'm low-key thinking about planting in this in the house because it's going to eventually go out on the porch here. And I have French doors, I could easily take it outside. But I'm thinking about starting it in here, and I have a little UV light that I can use and kind of move so every tier would get plenty of sunlight. So let me know what you think of that idea. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do some carrots and, you know, stuff like that in here for right now, and then move into different things, some herbs and stuff. So I'm excited to have this. I'm really, really excited to actually give the green stalks a try. I think I'll probably love them, especially since I'm moving to container gardening. All right, guys, I guess that's gonna do it for today's video. I just wanted to show you some of the gardening things that I got, and you know, it never fails. As soon as Christmas is over, I go straight into seed buying and gardening mode, and I couldn't be more excited about this season. I just hope that it actually rains and that the new well, you know, we're gonna try to drop a pump in it and see if it has done anything, but the new spring that we put in is functioning very, very well, and it's doing its job. So I'm just really hopeful that I don't have the water issues that I had last year. For the average person living an average life with an average amount of children and not as many farm animals and not as many square feet of garden space as I have, the water situation here probably wouldn't be a problem. But when you have as many critters as we have, and as big of a garden as I have, and as many children as I have, you know, it takes a toll. And so that's, I think, most of the reason why I had such a problem. But it was very dry. It was very, very dry. So if I don't have that problem, I'm really looking forward to gardening this year. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of projects I need to get into place. And as long as the weather maintains like it is right now, I'll be spending the foreseeable future outside, and I will take you guys along with me. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I hope you guys have a great New Year's, but you'll see me before then. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.